Was this a successful reuse? Yes. Is it a perfect reuse? That's a bit debatable, I suppose. And we're going to talk about the glaring inaccuracy of the chest and why that is in the latest GotBot True review. Hey, one hail, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe, and while you are at it, light up my baby. Hit that notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton, let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below, and if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. Not much to say here. It's a reuse, as Tailgate's always been, but is it successful? How about we head over to the table and take a closer look at this lad. And today we're taking a look at the age of the Primes Tailgate. I should note this now because we previously looked at Joyride. And this wave consists of Vortex, a reissue of Vortex, whom I've already reviewed here on the channel. That review occurred in episode 1297. And Point Blank, or Blanker if you will, granted mine is the legacy use, which it's colored a little bit differently, but it's essentially the same thing. So I really didn't see a need to rebuy that one. But Point Blank, I took a look at when? In episode 1033, Point Blank and Peacemaker. And Fangry was part of a multi-pack, a Buzzworthy Bumblebee multi-pack. So I won't be looking at Fangry again. Mostly because I already looked at Fangry, and that was in episode 902 as part of the Worlds Collide pack. So I won't be looking at those three from this wave because I've already done so. But we did just look at Joyride, and now we'll take a look at Tailgate. Of course, it's a reuse of WIndcharger. One guy I saw in a comment said, I expected more. I don't know what you would expect. Literally, Tailgate's entire existence is a repaint of WIndcharger. That's the way he's always been. Whether we're talking about this, whether we're talking about the Titan's Return, whether we're talking about the Generations, which was very much an IDW version, or whether we're talking about the G1. Like it's his lot in life. I do like that the transformation is ever so slightly different though, so that this guy isn't exactly like the WIndcharger. Nevertheless, here he is on the front. His face looking pretty darn, like, I don't want to say sinister, but he looks powerful there. Love, of course, the Trans Am-esque alt mode. Here he is over on this side, close up on his face. And over here, your usual Age of the Prime stuff. And on the back, you can see that we have the robot and the vehicle mode. You'll notice that we do have the, I don't know what you call it, the space up front here, I guess, where that hollow thing that came with WIndcharger would go. This guy does not come with that hollow emitter thing. It's just vestigial and leftover. We've got a fairly straightforward two-sided sheet of instructions inside that box, and it works fine, but again, if you know WIndcharger, I don't think you're going to have a major issue here with this guy. Again, worth noting that we also looked at the WIndcharger not that long ago, in episode 1343. So if you want to see the transformation going from robot to vehicle, the way that these guys come in package, check out WIndcharger's review in 1343. I will be documenting the transformation today, going from vehicle back to robot, since we have the luxury of looking at this mold twice. And here we have Tailgate in his vehicle mode. He rolls like a champion. His blaster still stores behind the tire. If you do it on this side, the handle doesn't seem to get in the way, and you can put it in and have it face backwards, even though the instructions have it facing forwards. But you can have it facing backwards on this side. It doesn't work as well on the left side. It works better on the right side over here. And it looks a bit like a like a tailpipe, right? Like it's better incorporated than having it face forward and kind of seeing it out under right here on one side. I think anyway. Again, like I said, rolls like a dream, rolls like a champion. So we're gonna take this off. Again, I think it's the same one that WIndcharger came with. I think it's just a mold reuse again in the dark bluish type of color. We'll lay that off to the side for now. I don't think there's much left to say here other than it's a nice looking it's a nice looking white WIndcharger, if you will. Let's do the transformation. So I think we begin by, been a little while since I've done this. I think we begin by picking all of this up, because this transformation I think is ingenious. It's very, I said it with WIndcharger, I'm going to say it again. When we got Widow, I don't think they did a great job using the Prime Viacon method of doing the legs, because the plastic was just way too thin. I thought that method worked excellently for WIndcharger. I think it works excellently for this guy. If this was WIndcharger, we would fold these tires in now. And we're not going to do that. We're going to fold this in, and we're going to fold this up like this. We're going to fold this in, and we're going to fold this up like this. On the back of the, should be on the back of the legs, and when we got it, there you go. It'll fold in. Now, admittedly, this time that means that we do have hollowness on the inside here. So some people that really are bothered by hollowness, doesn't affect me. I don't really notice it most of the time. You might still want to fold the tires in. I'm more interested in the robot looking accurate, so I'm going to leave those tires out. We come next to the arms here, and actually we come to this back piece, and we should be able to kind of loosen that up a little bit here to get the arms out from inside. This is not as tight on Tailgate as it was on WIndcharger, I'll say that much. Shoulder down, and we collapse that on the back. Bring out a wrist and bring out a wrist. Now again, if this was WIndcharger, we would rotate these outer fenders so that the fender section is on the outside of the shoulder instead of the tire. But in this case, we're going to leave the tires because that's the way this guy should be. But in the end, boom, here we have Tailgate in his robot mode. I'm just going to deal with the fit and finish here a little bit and readjust the camera, and then we'll take a look at this guy. Okay, and now we can take a proper look at Tailgate. It should be noted that his blaster still has the little 3mm peg on it that can kind of plug into his butt, if you will. Not the greatest torch for that, but hey, I guess it works. I guess it's okay. It obviously goes in his hand, no problem as well. Let's talk about the transformation first. I think it's 10. I love it. I think it's brilliant transformation. I love that method. Loved it with Prime, love it now. Let's talk about the look of the guy. So, this is actually inaccurate. Let me explain why this isn't accurate for those that don't know. Though his appearances in the G1 cartoon were quite limited, there's been a fan, I guess, animation and coloration that was done where the center of the chest and the block out around the center of the chest detail is all white. That's wrong. The outer frame of the chest detail should still be green or blue or whatever this color is. And the section in here, much like the G1 release, should be silver. It was still silver in the cartoon. It was the same color as his face. So the chest is wrong. Everything else seems correct, from the white toes, the black shins, the white on his pelvis amidst the blue or greeny color, the all white arms with the tires here, the box head, all that seems correct. The silver face, the blue eyes, all that's correct, but the chest is not. So I'm going to say overall for Tailgate, 9.5. You know it's Tailgate, but that chest is still a bit wrong. 9.5 and 10, 9.75. Let's do the articulation, and that way we can get out of here. By the way, I guess I should just note this now, since we have him here. I mean, here he is next to, you know, he's a mini-bot, so you can't even see all of Joyride there, right? He comes up to, what, Joyride's tummy, basically, chest, maybe? It's definitely overpriced. It shouldn't be a deluxe. It's a Scout, right? It's a Scout class. So articulation from the top, we have this lever in the back, and that allows the head to go up and down inside the box. Typically I like to leave it mostly in the middle. The whole box goes left and right. The arms go all the way around, out to the sides, that much, which is not full T-pose, but it's not bad, I guess. Elbow 90 degrees, bicep swivel, wrist rotation, though it's difficult with the door over it. Waist all the way around, take that blaster off of his hind end. Splits all the way out to the side. Thigh swivel all the way around. Now, the knees on mine are crazy tight. So when I go, actually I'll show the ankle tilt first. They call it an ankle tilt, but it's really more like a mid-shin tilt, and it's because of the way the transformation is. But it's there. It's there. I'll give it where, give credit where it's due. Now, when it comes to the knee, my actual knees up right here are super tight. So a lot of times when I go to bend it, what happens is this tab here that holds the foot in place likes to come untabbed before the knee bends. We'll see how that goes here now. Maybe working them a little bit. No, see, it done it again. It always does that because the knees on my copy are crazy tight. Let me get the knee up first. Knee all the way up and that back on. So my point is, if you use the knee, you get the two about there. It's below 90 degrees. But if you also use the ankle-ish section, you kind of get to 90 degrees. The knees are real tight on my copy, tighter than they are on WIndcharger. As I do it, I can feel and hear the knee. I don't want to say creaking. It's not creaking, but you're very keenly aware of how tight it is. That's all. Same thing, right? I mean, knee all the way in. And while this does untab, it's not a huge nuisance, but it is noteworthy. And I guess just for interest's sake, hey, why not do this? I wish the tolerances, I wish the pin, whatever, on the knee was a little looser than what it is. And maybe that'll loosen up over time. Still, it has kind of everything I would want him to have. I'm going to give the articulation, honestly, a 9.75. He was getting a 9.75. I have a couple of minor gripes like that untabbing part, like the weird knee and the door down over the head. But it's all so minor because it's all there. I'm going to say that overall, Tailgate, for an update, despite a couple of nitpicking imperfections, and that's what it is. Like the chest thing, that's a nitpick. The knee thing, that's a nitpick. But he looks good. He functions well. Overall, I think he's a 9.75. Almost perfect, just not quite there. And here we are, and here he is. So, despite the inaccuracy of the chest, where it's supposed to be the blue out around and the silver in the middle, I kind of like the white. It sort of breaks it up, so it's not right, but I like it all the same. Why they would choose to do this, I'm not sure, when you could have, all that looks painted to me. I don't know, I'm not going to complain about getting paint, but I do feel like it should have been the color of the plastic. Anyway, whatever. In terms of transformation, it's buttery smooth, just like it was with WIndcharger. The plastic feels good and robust, unlike Widow. I do wish that my pins in my knees, as I said in the review, weren't as tight, so that when I do go to bend the leg, it's not as hard. I'm hoping that'll loosen over time because they're fabulous on my WIndcharger. The little thing in the back of the head so his face can actually move up and down, I really appreciate the little touches like that. Is this small for a deluxe? Absolutely. But were the bells and whistles pulled out with this guy? Yes. I mean, we made sure to have paint on the tires. We made sure to have the little lever in the back of the head so the head still has full range of movement. Even with the doors down over the back of the wrist, we still have a full wrist rotation. Things that we don't always get anymore. Things, for example, even with Joyride, he didn't have a wrist rotation. So this guy's a bit smaller, but there's a couple of nicer things done here. I'll also talk very briefly about this backpack. It moves easier, I find, on this guy than on the WIndcharger. I do find on the WIndcharger it's a bit scary tight, but on this guy, it's not bad. It's really not bad. It moves up and down really just fine. Put it back in over there now. If I can, there you go. I mean, I like it. I think it was a success. Let me know what you think about Tailgate here. Did you like them? Did you not like them? I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, hit the subscribe button, man. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way right here, inside the videos.